If you're planning to sell your business, one of the key things you need to understand is whether you are selling a true business or whether you're just selling a very stressful job. Many business owners think that they're sitting on this valuable asset, but then they find out that as they walk away, the business can barely function. That means you don't have a business, you have a very stressful job. And understanding the difference is the key to maximizing value. A business is an entity that can operate independently of its owner. It has systems, processes, employees, and structures in place so that if the owner's not around, the business can still generate a profit. In contrast, a business that's just a job is one where the owner is essential to operations, where the business can't function without the owner, and where the profit only just covers the cost of the owner's time. Take, for example, 2 marketing agencies. One is structured with a leadership team, sales processes, and a clear operational framework. Clients work with a team, not just the owner, and the business makes a profit once everybody has been paid their market rate for the time they put in. The second agency, however, is entirely dependent on the owner to bring in new clients, manage projects, and execute accounts. And it makes a profit on paper, but that profit is the owner's primary source of income because they don't take a salary and they structure most of their pay as dividends or distributions. The first agency is a business, the second is a job masquerading as a business. Buyers pay a premium for businesses that can continue running smoothly after a sale. They don't want to buy something that will collapse as soon as the owner steps away. Obviously, that's why businesses with strong operational independence are valued much higher than businesses that are closely dependent on the owner and the owner's time. When evaluating a business, many buyers look at profits that are generated after the cost of replacing the owner has been taken into account. So if you're an owner and you're keeping your salary really, really low to maximize profits, buyers aren't going to fall for that. You need to pay yourself a market rate because that's what buyers are going to look at when they value your business. If the owner were to take a salary and the business would be barely profitable after that, that will dramatically impact the valuation. The valuation of a business largely depends on whether it's truly a business or whether it's a job masquerading as a business. If you're selling a true business, it will be valued based on your profit, most likely, some sort of multiple of your profit. And that's because your sustainable profit is a strong indicator of the health of your business. Businesses often sell for multiples of 3, 4, 5, 6, even more times their profit, based on what's going on in the industry and the size of the business. If the business is reliant on the owner and wouldn't make much of a profit if the owner was replaced at a market rate salary, then the business is often valued based on seller discretionary earnings. This is where you work out what the owner earns from the business, including their salary, their pensions, any other benefits, and dividends they take from the business. Multiples of seller discretionary earnings are much lower than profit multiples because, of course, the new owner will have to come in and run the business themselves, so they'll have to be compensated for their time, or they'll have to find somebody else who can do that. So it's a much riskier business. Here's an example. A business generating £500,000 in revenue with 200,000 in net profit might sell for 2 to 5 times profit, meaning a valuation of 400,000 to £1 million. A business where the owner takes £200,000 as a salary and the remaining profit is minimal might sell for just 1, maybe 1.5 times seller discretionary earnings, meaning a valuation of 200,000 to 300,000. If you want to maximize the value of your business before selling, you need to find a way to remove yourself from the core operations. And that's really worth doing whether you're selling or not, because if something happens that means that you need to step out of the business temporarily or permanently, the business will still be able to continue, which is great for you as the owner. So here's what you need to do. Build systems and processes, delegate and hire management, reduce owner dependence, create recurring revenue streams, and ensure profits remain after your costs have been taken into consideration. If you want to sell for the best possible price, Focus on making your business independent of you. Buyers are willing to pay a premium for businesses that can continue to operate seamlessly after the sale. And the sooner you start positioning your company for a strong exit, the much better your chances are of achieving the sale that you want. If you're not sure if you're selling a business or a job, ask yourself this simple question. If I walked away today, what would happen? Would the business continue to thrive, or would things start to fall apart? If the business wouldn't continue to thrive, now's the time to start building the systems, the teams, the automated workflows, and the processes that will make your business a truly valuable asset. And I help businesses do that. So please subscribe to this channel to benefit from everything I've learned from scaling, building, selling, and buying businesses, and from speaking to over 100 founders who've built businesses to sell.